proof. Chosen ones must go through hell.
There's some unusual cruelty before the wealth is released. You see, there are gatekeepers who are afraid of you. You have enemies who are afraid of you. You have people in power who know who you are. You're being watched. The elite eyes are on you. You're being monitored by monitoring spirits. And you're feeling all of that cruelty. Think about this. If you have elite eyes, monitoring spirits, judgment, you're feeling the weight of that. And you're feeling the weight of that not because you're doing something wrong. It's because you're about to get your break. Okay? Yeah, something's finna break. And what I know about the spirit realm is faster than the natural. So if something breaks in the spirit, you may not experience it until 6 months later. So some of you, something's already broken in the spirit realm. Let me drop this science real quick. It's already broken. It just hasn't reached you yet. And what you're experiencing right now, I'm talking to my crowd now, listen to your big brother. What you are experiencing right now is that awkward, uncomfortable, cruel transition. You've already broke free. The break is there. See, the breakthrough it happens out of nowhere, but it doesn't come from nowhere. It happens just boom at once. But there was a fight first. And so some of you, the blessing has been released in the spirit realm, and there is a war right now before it gets to you. So I want to give you this message today. I want you to lock in, dig deep, back straight, chest out, look at me, and experience this word. You need to understand my blessing's been released. What I'm experiencing right now is the pressure before the break. And I hope this message will keep you strong during your transition. Chosen one, you experience an unusual amount of cruelty because your breakthrough will literally change thousands of lives. If anything like me, you look at your life and you sometimes think to yourself, what have I done to garner so much disrespect? What have I done to garner so much dishonor? Now, if you are someone who has poor character, who doesn't work hard, who is not doing what you're supposed to do, this message is not for you. But if you're who I think I'm talking to, a person about business, a person of character, conduct, good conversation, a solid individual, a solid man, a solid woman, you have asked yourself at some point, why me? And I'm here to say today, the forces of hell have attacked you so harshly. Because if you can break through, if you keep going, if you don't quit, I'm gonna talk to you today. I know my crowd. Some of you right now, you're in that spiritual boxing ring and your enemies got you on ropes. You're experiencing that pain, that setback. But I want you to know this is for some people, not for everybody. For some of you, you are that close. You are right there at the door. And what you are experiencing right now, I'm going to speak in my spirit. You are experiencing the spiritual sword, the spiritual blows, the pain of the gatekeepers. There are demonic gatekeepers before every opportunity. And so many people are not even nowhere near close to these people. They're not close. So they're not feeling the heat you feel. You feel the heat because you're on the front line. You're right there. Am I making sense? You're in the heat of the battle. You're going to break and get the generational wealth for your family. You're going to get that contract. You're going to get that opportunity. You're going to break forth and go into the league. Some of you are going to get that break that no one in your family has ever got. I think about Joseph. Joseph's life was so difficult. 13 years as a prisoner slave, betrayal from his own brothers, heartache, not seeing his father for 13, 14 years, going into a foreign land as a young man, 17 years old, no support, forced into slavery, working for free, keeping himself pure, lied on by a woman who was immoral, put into prison for something he didn't do, constantly experiencing this unusual cruelty. Why was that? Because Joseph was going to do something that changed the entire nation. Do you hear me? And some of you are going to have a decision you're going to make, a business you're going to start, a non-for-profit, an organization, something you're going to do. It's going to impact a lot of people. And because of that, your preparation is brutal. So you will experience the spirit of dishonor. There is a real demon that has to do everything possible to cause you to question your identity, to question how powerful you really are, to question the authority that is on you, the gift you have. There's an assault against that. And that's why you got so many copycats around you. Let me drop that piece for you real quick. There are people around you, they can feel that energy, and they're coming there next to you to steal and to copy what you have. I call this the I can do that too generation. There is a generation that's been formed right now. There's a culture that has been created where they have that I can do that too spirit. So if they see you working hard to do something, rather than learn and grow and develop, they come right next to you and they steal it. So you're going to have to make it in the midst of this I can do it too generation you're faced with. Oh yeah, I know about that too. And as you go forward, you're going to get stronger and stronger, and your enemies will get weaker and weaker. I watched a speech today of Reggie Miller. He's a retired basketball player getting into the Hall of Fame back in 2012. Reggie Miller is one of the best shooters of all time. And he had about a 16, 18-minute Hall of Fame speech. I thought this was very significant. And he spent about 15 to 16 minutes of that 18 minutes thanking other people. That's character. And that's the type of person you are. You have the right spirit. And that spirit has you looking young. That spirit has you looking healthy. Reggie Miller was almost 60 years old. I thought the man was 45 when I saw him. So we're seeing from his life. Some of you, even me, I'm a lot older than some of you think I am. But living right gives you a glow. It gives you a purity. It gives you a light. Your path is also so difficult because you have to be tested in every way possible. Let me break down the science. What you're going to do is going to be so big. Listen to me. It's going to impact so many people. Listen to me. It's going to be just favor, breakthrough, blessings, like a river of silver and gold coming your way, like the dreams I've had, visions concerning some of your lives. And with all of that honor, with all those resources, with all that influence, your spirit is going to have to be iron. Iron in the soul, right? That's where they came from. I'm giving you the whole teaching of my platform. Your spirit has to be strong as iron to deal with the process of growth and development, but also, once you do cross over, having the character to not lose it. So we think about spiritual warfare. The war is to get the progress, but there's also a second war, and that's keeping the progress. This is why Biggie Small says in the 90s, more money, more power. More money, more problems. More power too, but more problems. More money, more problems. And when you have the resources, you're going to have some enemies you haven't had before. They're going to come out everywhere. And as that comes your way, you're going to have to be humble yet strong, kind yet firm, disciplined yet understanding of other people. You got to be a very balanced person. And the balance and the wisdom you need for where you're going, you can't get that from a book. That's what some people don't say. Big bro, I've been reading books for 20 years. Some lessons don't come from books. Some of y'all wonder, man, how do you know this stuff? Life. Yeah, books are fine. I got a bunch of them right there I'm reading. I'm going to read some more books. Going to school is good. A book can't teach you everything. A class can't teach you everything. Okay? Some of the lessons I have learned have been in the school of life, reality, struggle, challenges. So some of the lessons you're learning right now, this cannot be taught in any college or university. It's called the hard knocks. And you're going through that because you have a big mission. So as I wrap this message up, I hope this message will give you that strength you need to go another day. I'm living this message, so I know what I'm talking about. I am convinced that the assignment that the Most High has for me is so big, He has to give me every test possible. I just want to give you this message. So I know who I'm talking to. Talk to my audience. Talk to my tribe. And if you're a part of my tribe, you know exactly where I'm coming from. What you going to do, my boy, sis? You got to go through the fire. So go through this with this perspective.